Well, greetings from the sales floor of Ellingson Motorcars here in Rogers, Minnesota, northern suburb of Minneapolis, Minnesota, and a mere 45 minutes away from the Minneapolis-St. Paul International Airport. For those of you who want to come here in person, love to have you come. Today we're going to talk about our latest addition to our inventory, which is well over 100 classic and collectible vehicles, a 1929 Packard 626 Runabout. Oh my goodness. Talk about a beautiful car in 1929, and it's even more beautiful today just because the styling, everything about the car speaks of luxury, and that's what Packard was. Ask the man who owns one. So, if you want to have more information, you can click on the link in our description, and it'll take you right to our website where you'll have all the pricing and more information on this beautiful car. Plus, you're going to want to watch the walk around, the cold start, and all those other details that we always have on all the cars that we currently have in inventory. Full-blown classic car, Classic Car Club of America, full classic. Talk about something really, really special. Now, we have cars all the way from the 1920s, like this one, all the way up into the 2000s and beyond. So if you're looking for that very first collectible car, you're looking for your first classic, or you're adding to an already existing collection, chances are Ellingson Motorcars right here in Rogers probably has something that should be in your driveway. Anyway, let's get back to the details of this really wonderful car. It is just back in the day, right before the Depression started. Packard was actually doing very well, known as, like I said, the luxury automobile of America, and it really was. This beautiful car has the straight 8 engine, which was probably one of the nicer, powerful engines in 1929. They kind of got away from the six straight 8s, and they went to the larger 319.2 cubic inch. Well, everyone calls them 320, kind of one of those little things. I always say 320, 319.2 is kind of strange, but anyway, that's what it is. The big straight 8, of course, hooked up to a 3-speed manual transmission. That's what was available in 1929, and there you go. You have a car with a convertible, the Runabout. It's got the rumble seat. I mean, it is an absolutely gorgeous car. Old ivory paint on this car with the red pinstriping just speaks of class and beauty. But remember, you always have to think about, in the days, everything was an option. You wanted to have that flying, the Goddess of Speed radiator ornament, you had to get that ordered. You wanted to have the driving light in the middle, that was extra. The dual side mounts, as this particular car has, is another option with the mirrors mounted on. Isn't that an idea? I mean, really is kind of a cool, good-looking thing. The other thing, the wide whites on this car are gorgeous with the big, the wheel that has the red pinstriping, dual pinstripes all the way around. And of course, the center cap has the Packard emblem right in it with the red there for sure. But let's take a look at more of the details of this car. This was kind of one of those really sporty cars in its day. This, of course, everyone says, well, what was this for? That was the golf club door. Probably not our golf clubs of 1929 would fit in there easily. The ones today might be a little more challenging, but that was part of the deal that, you were kind of a playboy sort of. I mean, to have a car like this was really luxurious. The other thing, another option, it's got a spotlight on the outside and the vent wing windows, which are really cool as well, adjustable and whatnot. Let's take a look at the inside of this car. Beautiful buckskin interior. Nice carpet all the way around, and of course their wood grain dash with the chrome. I mean, these cars were just really, really deluxe in every sense of the word. Now, it does have the convertible top that goes up by hand. One person can do it quite easily, not too hard to do, and it is another one of those things, just in case if you have a car like this, odds are you're going to be driving it on really beautiful days. That's what I would highly recommend if it was my car, needless to say. But yes, beautiful all the way around. You get in this car and it actually will go down the road very, very well. As I did mention, it does have the rumble seat, so you can actually have 4 people could be riding in it if you had 2 in the front and 2 in the back as well. The other thing, since you have a rumble seat, you need a luggage rack. Well, there's another option that it has. You would get a big trunk of whatnot. That would be your trunk that you would carry stuff if you were going on a road trip or going any place as well. But that's what they had. That was another one of those, again, as I said, another option that these cars had. Usually in 1929, most cars only had a single tail light. That was just part of what the deal was. No turn signals. you were still using your arms for letting people know what you were doing, and that's no exception, even on a Packard from this vintage. But yes, chrome bumpers all the way, and that was one of the first years where real chrome was put on cars. Packard was kind of one of the leading people that would use the real chrome, because chrome was much sturdier, stayed longer, and of course it had a brighter brilliance than the earlier nickel-plated cars of the earlier years. But I just really like this pinstriping all around the line, the body line. Just really, really a nice feature, to say the least. So if you're looking for something like this, you know, you can find all of our stuff on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. Give us a like, leave us a comment, or subscribe. We appreciate it very much. It's one of those things that you can find this car on there. You can find our current inventory, and kind of as an added bonus, some of the cars we've sold over the last several years as well. Take a look at those in your spare time. If you're a car lover, there's some really cool stuff we've had and still have, as a matter of fact. This being one of them. This is deemed a full classic. I guess that's one of those things that a lot of people want. If you're going to have one of these cars, you'll want one of the true classics. This one certainly does qualify for that, needless to say. Look at that, cowl lights. That was one other thing I forgot to mention. And of course, the other air conditioning is the cowl vent that's up in the deal that you activate by pushing a lever on the inside. If it happens to have the top up in the whatever, and it's a little on the hot side, it cools the car off really, really quickly. The other thing I can say, and this is one of those things, is if you really have interest in some of our cars, we'd love to have you come in person. Because a lot of people say, I want to come and take a look at it. I want to know you're real. Granted, our website, www.Ellingson Motorcars, will show that we are real, have been here for quite a number of years. But if you want to come down in person, we are open Monday through Friday from 10 until 5, and Saturdays 10 to 4 as well. For those of you who want to touch it, make sure that it's real. It certainly is. No, needless to say. The other thing I always highly recommend, I don't care if you're buying a Packard or you have a Chevrolet or a Ford or a Hudson or Studebaker, whatever it is, I highly recommend to join the local club. Join the Classic Car Club or the Packard Club in your area, and even you can join the National Club as well. It's great information. People are out there ready to help you answer questions, any of that kind of stuff that you'd like to do. It's a wonderful thing. Plus, you got people who have the same affinity and love of these cars that you personally do as well. Now, one of these cars, you might say, well, how do I go about getting financing on a car like this? It is really a classic. And I'm going to say we have some sources as well that you can actually get to. We can access that on our website. It says financing. Click on that. It'll give you a credit app, and we can certainly work and try to find somebody who can help you finance, and they know what classic cars are. Because, you know, most banks probably don't know what a 1929 Packard ever was, or anyone in the bank probably doesn't either. But we certainly can help you in that direction. Our website is always going to have the information that we have. You can call me, 763-428-7337, and we will be happy to answer any and all questions you have. We can ship cars any place in the United States, for that matter. We certainly send it enclosed. That's part of what we always do. You always make sure to do that because, you know, a car like this should have great care and attention. I would really hate to see this be shipped on an open transport. It's just not something that we highly dissuade people from doing, if you know what I mean. Well, if you're looking to have your very first full classic, Ellingson Motorcars has one right on the sales floor, plus many others as well. Give us a call, 763-428-7337, and we'll be happy to answer any and all questions you have. Thank you again for watching our videos. We appreciate it very much. Any questions, let us know. And we'll see you next time at EllingsonMotorcars.com.